Oh, right. I want to talk about one of the most versatile tools or triggers, I should say, with conditions and effects. I'm talking about the effect called task object here, and I want to show you what you will be able to do by the end of this video. So let's go to the testing spot, and we'll see that right off the bat, this man starts moving. That's pretty amazing in itself that he just started walking by himself, and actually he'll start moving in just a couple more seconds. If I click this individual over here, he'll just start chopping trees because that's what he knows and loves how to do. And oh, there he goes again. He started walking right around the 30-second mark. That's kind of strange. Let's quickly construct some house keys over here. I wonder what's going to happen if we construct some houses. We do need that for additional villagers. That's totally a thing, and why we're making these 2 houses. Keyword 2. Just gonna move that guy. What's that? A wolf? Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh God, no! Oh please, no! Oh, wolf attack! Where did this guy go? Oh, he just stopped over here. That's a very strange occurrence. I'm such a bad actor, dude. Let's just let this woman die to a wolf, and then we'll show you what we did over here. So quick current settings. Let's take a look at the triggers. So first of all, I probably should have made this the first one in the trigger series because we're talking about conditions and effects. So there's 2 things that are going on when you're making a trigger. First of all, you have conditions. If the condition is met, then the effect will take place, and you can have multiple effects or multiple conditions depending on the situation. So for my first trigger 0, we have a timer set to 2. So after 2 in-game seconds have passed, or I don't even know what that 2 means, but after 2 units of time, then the following task will occur. This object, we can go to that object that I selected over here, will go to set location, which is over here. For the second one, why he moved after 30 seconds, we set a new condition, which was timer 30 seconds, and another task object, which was this object to this location where our villager ended up. But you don't necessarily have to have a timer be the condition for the task object command, which makes it quite cool to say the least. For example, we could have select object or object selected. So if I selected this object over here and I set that object to be this individual, then this effect would take place, which is once again task object. It was the villager man to the tree location. And if you have a task object to a resource on a villager, it will start collecting from that resource. Now, here is the really cool one in my opinion, and where it could be quite useful in a scenario that you're making for one of your friends, and that is the object in area. Check this out. So in this entire area over here, if there are houses present, and you can put the quantity, that's why I kept mentioning 2 as I was doing it, then we have the following effect occur, which is this object, the wolf, is task object again, to this location, which is the woman. So my point is, you can use task object, which is an effect, for several different things. Sending units to specific locations, collecting resources if they're villagers, or even attacking other units. Wow, that was a lot. Let's quickly do this from scratch, and yeah, that's what you'll be able to do. Boop, 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 boop. Create scenario, and I normally like making a little bit of a map. So let's do random map. Let's do Hill Fort, short. And personally, I love the following unit, Alfred the Alpaca. And I want Alfred over here to absolutely decimate this gate. So let's do triggers, new trigger. Let's put that command as timer. We'll turn that down to 1. And the effect is going to be, like I mentioned, we are talking about task object here. We're going to set that as Alfred the alpaca, and then we're going to set the location to be the gate. But you don't just have to have the conditions that I previously mentioned. For example, you could do different conditions such as research and technology. Let's put that, for example, on research loom, because we get loom quite early on. Also, we have to make sure that in the player section we give ourselves enough gold for that. And then if we go back to triggers, we can have a new effect, and we can have the task object as mentioned before. We're going to set that to be Alfred the alpaca, and I want him to smash the TC at this point. And our final one, let's have it be a select object. Object selected. Let's put the object selected as the TC, and the effect is going to be task object, and we're going to task this object to work over here. We can even do a new effect as well. We can stack these and do a task object. And you could technically do this faster by doing units in a certain location. I want this one on gold. And let's have a new effect. And I would like task object. And I would like this guy over here to start working on goats. All right, that looks pretty good to me. And let's test her up. So Alfred should start attacking due to the timer over here. Yep, there he goes. And then as soon as and he should absolutely just decimate this over here. They should all start doing their respective tasks. Alfred just absolutely murders, and he's actually going to keep attacking walls, because if you task something to attack walls, that's a different thing. But look, they all went to their respective resources when I selected the TC, and now once Loom has been researched, Alfred the alpaca should start moving towards the TC. Let's see if that is the case. There he goes, and he should decimate the enemy's TC. Alfred the alpaca, man, absolutely hilarious. 120 attack over here. That TC is a giggity gang goner, if you ask me. And he just headbutts. That's what's awesome about Alfred the alpaca. He just headbutts your opponent to absolute death. I hope that you learned something today about task object as an effect and how it can be used. I hope that you learned something about conditions versus effect and what they mean for triggers. And with that, don't let your memes just be dreams. Keep on walking.